Hi everyone, welcome back to my new Model Barmy channel, and the next little exercise for this micro layout build is to build the two motorbikes. So I've got the Tamiya kit that I've had in my stash for absolutely ages. So it's a Zundapp KS750 and a BMW R75. One of which I'm going to build as a restored machine, and the other one will be built in a sort of pre-restoration condition. So let's see how they've turned out. So this is the Zundapp. The modifications I've made to the kit are the removal of the pillion seat, and tidied up the tank a little bit. I put a blanking plate on there where there was some other military bit of equipment, because bear in mind these are now civilianised military bikes. Other than that, I had to change the headlight because that had the sort of blackout type headlight with the slit. So I've made a headlight. I've also removed the front mudguard, or fender as you guys call it across the pond, number plate. So that's come off. I've added HT leads from wire going into the cylinder heads, and I've also added the brake and clutch levers, which weren't supplied with the handlebars on the kit, and I've used some very thin fuse wire to create brake cables and clutch cables. So this is the restored machine, so I'm quite happy how this one looks. Let's take a look at the pre-restoration BMW. So this is it, hopefully looking suitably unloved and rusty. Not really much in the way of modifications on this one, other than once again removing the pillion seat. I've also drilled out the headlight, so I wanted the sort of headlight to be missing on this, hence drilling it out, making the inside of that look pretty rusty. Other than that, it's pretty much straight out the box, other than just being made to look like it needs a jolly good restoration. So happy with the way these turned out. So let's see how the layout's looking. Right, so as you can see, I've now populated all the front of the engine shed stroke worktop with all the little bits and pieces out of the Italeri tools set that I bought. So in the main, most of what you see there is the contents of that, with the exception of the hose that I'm just pointing to there, which is a bit of fuse wire on a bracket. Other than that, it's pretty much all out the kit. I didn't want to overdo it particularly, and I just think that's about right. The grass that I've used there, I've used a little bit of static grass, but to make it look dead, I've actually used some, I suppose you'd call it parcel string, old-fashioned string, cut up into tiny little bits to effectively make my own flock. I've seen a couple of people do this on YouTube, and that's worked quite effectively. So it really does look like what's left of what might have been grass once upon a time, but it's just kind of been left, because the owner of this particular piece of land is clearly not a gardener and he's only interested in his machinery. So I'm quite happy how this has turned out, and I think I'm pretty much calling this done. So I'm going to leave this this little series now as a completed piece of work, and I'm going to finish up with some running shots of my loco on this layout, and we'll also pop the motorbikes on as well to see what that looks like. So thanks again for joining me through this short journey, and I'll see you next time for the next project. So stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.
Incidentally, just as an aside, if you remember my layout that I built in a wooden box as an experiment in time and cost, that is currently listed on a well-known UK auction site, because I'm selling it to raise funds for a friend's daughter's operation. So it's for charity. So if you're interested, please take a look. Cheers.